Welcome to this lesson on using the calibration management program template. In today's session, I'll walk you through how this template helps us organize, track, and manage all equipment calibration activities in a structured and efficient way. This tool is designed to reduce errors, improve compliance, and give us a complete overview of each item, from its identification details to its calibration history, course, schedules, and status updates. With column headers such as equipment ID, calibration method, calibration frequency, next calibration due date, calibration agents, corrective actions, and many more, the template captures every important detail needed for accurate calibration planning. By the end of this lesson, you understand how to input data, interpret the tracking information, and use the template to streamline calibration management in any workplace environment. So when you open this template, the first worksheet you see is the dashboard, which I named the calibration management program. I should add dashboard here. So we have two charts. The one on the top is showing calibration status with this class category or the legend out of calibration. We have 3 records in the template. Then in calibration, we have 4 records, right? So below this chart, we also have the calibration date status, and we have 4 classes here. The tracking time lapsed, which shows the records which are no longer necessary to track. In this case, we have 3 records. Then we have overdue records, we have 1 count. Then due soon, we have 1. Then still on time, we have 2 again. Then on the top left corner of the worksheet, we have the total records of calibrations which have taken place, and we have 7 here. So if you come here, if you add 3 plus 4, you come up with 7. And then 3 plus 1, 4, 5 plus 2, 7. We have 7 records in this worksheet. I will show you the table, which is where we enter this data, this information. Then below the records, we have the current date. So this I used this formula to show the current date, so it will automatically update every day. Then below uh, the current date, this should be calibration calibration records calibration records between this date, start date, to the end date, and we have 7 records again. So let's go and change the dates and see what happens. So if you come to column T, as you can see, we have this is the column which we are using to record the dates, right? So if we come here in cell T17 and change this to 2026, then update the cells which are below. Then if we navigate back, to the dashboard, as you can see, we have 4 records between this date and this date, right? So if we change here to 2026 again, we have 7 records. But if we change here to 2024, we have 0 records, meaning to say that between 2023 and 2024 we have no records. If you come here, as you can see, we only have 2025. But if you change again here, 2023, this is January 2023, let's change it to November 2023 and come back here, we have 1 record, because this is July July 24, 2023, right? So this is how this mini table works. Now let's navigate to the report worksheet or the calibration form. This report section is designed to give you a focused view of a single record pulled from the full data table. By entering a specific ID, the form retrieves all the related details for the record, such as ID, equipment name, manufacturer, model number. The form retrieves all related details for that record, right, allowing for quick reference or updates. This setup is made possible using a combination of the VLOOKUP and if functions, which dynamically fetch and display data from the main table in the next worksheet. Capturing data one record at a time ensures accuracy and simplifies reviewing and editing. So basically all the IDs are recorded in column D. Make sure to only use these IDs exactly as they are. If you want to know more, watch my tutorial on Excel formulas and functions to understand how this system works. So if you navigate to this calibration management data worksheet, all the IDs are captured in this column equipment ID. So you have C3, C5, C7 and so on. So if we go back to the calibration form, you see we have C7, C7. So this ID will retrieve all the data in this row. If you check, it's NAT6, Bagger 10, TAT 274 and so on. You see NAT6, Bagger 10, TAT 274 and so on. So if you change here the ID, let's say to C5, as you can see the report is automatically updated the the information for this record. If you change it to C8, let's see, it automatically changes again. But let's say if you change to C28, you will get these errors. Why? Because in our column D we don't have T78. Always use the exact IDs as they are in column D. So let's change it again to C4. Yeah, now we have the correct information for our report. So if you navigate to this calibration management data worksheet, as you can see, we have this is our table, in fact, capturing all the IDs, equipment name, equipment type, manufacturer and so on. Let me just show you the table. And we have this drop down list. So column W is capturing calibration date status is presented by this table, by this chart in the dashboard. So if you change any date, it will automatically update here. Let's try it and see. 2020, today's date is 23 November 2025, right? So if you come here and change and see, we have 12 December 2025, which means we are still on time. The days remaining for the equipment calibration is 19 here. So if you change here to let's say to November 12, as you can see, the equipment is now overdue, as you can see. So always make sure to put the correct dates here. So 12 December, it will automatically update. If you only change it to 28 November to the equipment date status will now be due soon. For the equipment will now be due soon for calibration. On top of the table, we have this mini summary table, which is just displaying the counts in a tabular format. Um, the calibration status we have 4 is we've seen previously in the dashboard. Then this is our current date. These are the current records. Now let's begin to talk about these buttons. We have the search button, the add new, the delete, the save as PDF, the save as Word, and also filter data. These are basically the macros which I'm using. Now, using macros in Excel is a powerful way to automate repetitive tasks and boost productivity. Macros allow you to perform complex actions like adding rows, filtering data, generating reports, or exporting to PDF or Word with just one click. This not only saves time but also reduces the risk of human error, especially in large datasets for workplace handling, daily report, compliance tracking, or any form of structured data entry. Macros help ensure consistency, speed, and accuracy. They streamline workflows, making it easier for teams to stay organized and focused on critical tasks. Now let's see how this search button works. Cell D11 is our search box. If you want to search anything in the table, you just have to enter it in cell D11 and then click search, right? But right now our search box is still empty. If we enter any item in cell D11 and click search, the macro should take us to that searched item. Let's see now if we enter something. Let's enter GNF, which is in J18 GNF, and then if we click enter, if we click search, this dialog box will pop up telling us that there are empty, there are 39 empty cells in the table. So if we click OK, it will take us to that cell. If you click here, you will be able to see the table column headers. Now, if we edit this cell, let's say to HJK, and then hit scroll back, the table will be returned to its previous position. Now, notice that we have changed our cell content. So, if we click again search, it will still tell us that we have 39 empty cells in the table. Then click OK. Now, item not found in the table of calibration management data because we have changed in the cell, right? Let's delete this and just click enter without entering anything in cell D11. You'll be told there are 39 empty cells again. Then click OK. Now, what happens is it will take us to the first empty cell in the table, right? So if we scroll to see, this is the third row, but in our first row, that's where we have the first empty cell, right? So if we enter something here, let's say enter BN, then whenever you click the search button, this button, the scroll back button, will automatically appear below the cell, the highlighted cell, right? So if you click it again, it will return the table to its previous position as always. Now let's click search again without entering anything in D11. Now remember there were 39 empty cells, now we have 38. Now our cell, which cell is this one? Y13 is now the first empty cell. If we enter again, then click scroll back, But there are some times where we have two entries with the same name. Let's say BN here. Let's say AJ here, then AJ again. Then if we click search, sorry, we now have 36 empty cells, right? Let's close this. It will automatically again take us to the first empty cell, but no worries. Let's enter the AJ, then click OK. Now, see now, our first HJ will be highlighted, but the second one won't be highlighted. So it will first highlight the first HJ in the table. So basically, this is how the search pattern works. Now, if we enter something which is not in the table, if you click again, it's 6 empty cells, item not found in the table. So always make sure that you know what you are searching for, right? Now, before I demonstrate how to use this add new button, let's manually add more rows to the worksheet. This will help us see how effective the button is when working with large data set, making it easier to manage and add new information quickly without wasting time. So to add more rows, you just have to highlight the last row in the table. Then here at the bottom, you see this plus icon. Just click it and then left click and then drag. Let's say we have now we have added how many? We've added more than 300 rows. Let's click OK here. Let's click this add new row. If you click it, it will take us to the last row. We had 380 rows in the table. Now, if we enter something here, let's say we enter FG, as you can see, FG have now been added to the table. Then also automatically this scroll back button will automatically appear. Let's click it, then our table will be return to its previous position. If we enter something again, CV, then click OK. Now let's say if we want to enter something between these rows, you just highlight the section where you want to add new rows, then insert. You have added many rows in this. Let's just fill them with something, or we can just leave them like that, or something else. But now if you come to the mini table, you notice that we now have 368 rows in the table. Remember our row 1 is this one, so we now have 368 rows. Then for tracking time lapsed, we now have 364. Why? Because all these zeros are just being recorded as tracking time lapsed. Let's navigate to the dashboard. As you can see, our tracking time lapsed, you now have 368. Then our in calibration, we now have 360, 365, and then our total records 368. Then also here we now have 2020 record. Let's change this to 2026 and see what happens. Let's change the font color. You just have one record. So basically this is how you insert rows and also how you add new rows. But let's see, if you want to delete a row in the table, you just come here and then click this delete button. Remember, we've entered the CV at the bottom, and also I think it was, I've forgotten the other one, but let's delete CV. Let's first see if it's still there. If you delete here without entering anything, we have deleted a blank row. So basically that's how you delete a blank row. Let's first delete all the blank rows. You can either click OK here or click enter on your keyboard. Let's see, I think there's a problem here. Let's go to the formulas and then click on, yeah, on calculation options. If you see your formulas that they are not responding, you just navigate to formulas and then you go here to calculation options, and then it should be on automatic. So seeing this total record here is 368, right? But right now it's on manual, so we have to change it to automatic. If you click automatic, as you can see, this is our record. So let's delete now and see what happens. Let's just click enter. Nothing has changed again. I think this 380, yeah, it's deleting. So let's go and try to delete the last row. Yes, it was FG and CV, right? So CV and FG. So this was CV. Now let's scroll back and see. Yeah, as you can see, our CV has been deleted. Let's see FG. FG. Let's navigate and see. As you can see, our FG has been deleted. So let's say you want to delete rows which are within the table. You just come here, then highlight all the rows which you want to delete, or if you just want to delete one, you can just do the same. Then you come here, then you right, then go on delete. Also, all those rows has been deleted. Let's see our total records here. As you can see, let's delete these ones again. As you can see, the records have been automatically updated. And if you come to the dashboard again, as you can see, all the graphs are changing. Let's delete again. Now you have 9 records. Now you have 9 records. If you come here, our chart is automatically updated again, and also our date range records is also updated, and also our total records is updated again. So basically this is how this delete button works. But let's say you want to save the PDF. But let's say you want to save this Excel table as a PDF. How do you do it? The Save as PDF button will let you highlight a specific range within your large table and save only that selected data as a PDF file. This feature is very useful for capturing and sharing particular sections of your data without including the entire table. You can keep your reports clear, focused, and well organized while leaving other rows unaffected. So in saving, you don't have to include this row 12 here, right? You just come here. Let's say you want to save from here, you select this portion as you want, or if you want to start here, you can select as this. So let's try and see how to save this PDF. So you just click, then it will ask you to navigate to the folder which you want to save. You let's use this CVSS folder, then click OK. Then enter the name of for the folder file, how you want to name it, right? So let's say Zimbabwe. Currently in Zimbabwe, guys. um so you can either click OK here or click enter on your keyboard. Let's click OK, then select the range to export, excluding the header row, so we don't have to include this row 12. So let's say you want to save from here, you just left click and then drag. Let's say you want to save these rows like this. So this is our range D14 to AB24. So if you click OK, a preview will first pop up like this. PDF file has been exported successfully. So you just click OK, and then you can navigate to that folder. Let's navigate to the folder. It was on the desktop, right? Then save here. Remember we named it Zimbabwe. So it will save like this, Zimbabwe, then calibration management data, the Excel file name. So if you open this, double click to open. As you have seen, the macro will automatically adjust the columns such that they fit well in the PDF. It prioritizes fitting visible data first, along with its rows, and then automatically includes the table columns in the final output for clean and readable report. So this is how the PDF was saved, guys. so it will automatically try to fit the the columns on each page, and if a column doesn't fit, it will be saved based on the next worksheet, on the next page of the PDF. But let's say we have many characters in a cell. Let's see how it should be saved. Let's say we enter many characters in here. Desktop, CV, then okay. Let's name this PNNN. Enter, then select range. Let's select the range including the cell we entered many characters. Notice I did not include the table column headers again. So if you click OK, it is shown again. Then click OK. So this is our safety file. So see, so basically this is how the Excel, the PDF will be saved. But we will see for the Word document how it will be saved. So let's navigate to the worksheet and try to save it as a Word document. So if you click save as Word, enter the folder name we want to save the Word document. Let's save it in the same folder, CV123, then OK. Enter the range to save as a Word document. Now for the save as Word button, we have to manually enter data, unlike the save as PDF. So let's try to enter the default, let's say D13 to AB, was it AB25, then click OK. Enter the name, the file name for the Word document. Let's just call it Nathan Zim, then click OK. Click OK again. So I've named it Nathan Zim, right? Let's double click and open it, see how it is saved. I hope I included that cell with many characters. So basically guys, oh, I forgot something. For the Word document, we have to include the table column headers. That's why it was not included. But for our cell, that cell, as you can see, out of calibration, all the characters we included, unlike for that PDF format which did not include all the characters. So let me just save it again. See, one, two, three. Then say ditcov include all the column headers to AB and 5. Okay. Oh, the specified range does not exist. Does not exist. We have column. I don't know what happened. Let's try again. Enter the folder. I think we entered the wrong folder name. Enter the range to save as well. Let's say ditcov, right? To AB25. Enter the file name for the, let's call it Nathan Lawayo. Lawayo, guys. And enter. Range saved as a Word document in the specified document folder. So let's navigate to the folder. Nathan Blawayo. Yeah, as you can see, our column headers are now included in the document. Included. Then also this calibration certificate number is been included, and it automatically adjusted the column so that it will in future. And if you want to adjust this, you can adjust this by increasing. If you want to increase the column width like this, then also if you want to increase the row height, you can increase this. And if you want to also to add more content, it's a Word document, guys, you can add. So basically that's how you use this service Word document. Now let's see if you want to filter data, but let's change something first. Let's say none. Let's say this one in JK. Now if you click this filter button, enter the column name to filter from. Let's say we want to use this one, manufacturer. Enter the item names to filter. Let's say we enter none, then click OK. Filter applied for items none in column manufacturer. So if you click OK, all the other rows have been hidden. And then also at the top of the summary table here, this button will automatically pop up again if you want to return the table to its previous position, or if you want to unhide rows that have been hidden. As you can see here, row 13 and then 16, so which means the 14, 15 have been hidden. Then also here 19, 26. So if you want to unhide rows, you just click this one. You need to unhide the rows. But let's say if you want to filter data for none and also JK, let's see how we do it. Enter manufacturer, again, and okay. Then enter the item names to filter separated by commas. Let's say none, then comma, then JK. You can either click OK and also you can click enter on your keyboard. Let's click enter. As you can see, filter applied for items none JK in corner manufacturer. So that's how you filter data. Then if you want to unhide rows, you can just click this one again. Now let's say if you want to save data for a specific row, let's say C6, how do you save it? You come here to the calibration form. We said C6, right? Then you change the ID to C6. Then the information for that row will be updated. Let's say if you want to save it as a Word document, just click the Word document button, then enter the folder name where you want to save it. Let's use the same folder which you've been using. Then click OK or enter on your keyboard. Enter the file name. Let's call it Nathan 28. Then click enter. Then save this Word document. Nathan 28, here it is. If you open, so that's how the document will be saved. Remember our cell calibration certificate number. The macros also automatically adjusted this cell so that it might fit all the characters in the cell. See how cool this is, guys. And if you want to edit, you can edit. It's a Word document. If you want to change the format, the color, the font color, or the text color, you can also change it. So let's see how it should be saved as a PDF. Yes. Just click the save PDF, enter the name of the folder. Let's use the same folder, Control 3. Okay, enter the file name for the PDF. Let's call it Nathan single 28. So the PDF has been saved. So let's navigate to the code again. It's Nathan single. Yeah, this one. So this is how the PDF was saved. notice here all the characters did not fit. So basically this macro for saving as PDF does not automatically update, it does not automatically adjust to fit all the characters. So if you want to save as a PDF including all the characters, for now you have to first save as a Word document and then save as a and then convert the Word document to PDF format. So to conclude, I hope this tutorial helped you to understand how to use this template more effectively to streamline your reporting and data management. These tools are built to save your time, reduce errors, and improve the way you track important workplace data. Stay tuned for more tutorials coming soon, and please don't forget to share this video with anyone who might find it useful. If you are looking for more Excel templates, check out my website or feel free to contact me. My contact details are in the video description and also in the channel description. Uh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video.